Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to dive into some significant news surrounding the British royal family and their commitment to diversity and inclusion. King Charles has bid farewell to a key staff member who played an essential role in his efforts to modernize and diversify the monarchy. Eva Omaghomi, who served as his senior aide and diversity czar. Her departure marks the end of a notable chapter in the royal household, especially in light of recent discussions on diversity that have taken place since the controversy surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's statements. Make sure you stick around until the end, as we'll discuss how these events have impacted the royal family's reputation and their ongoing efforts to embrace diversity. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's get started. Eva Omaghomi's journey with the royal household began 17 years ago, during which time she became an invaluable part of the team. However, her role took a significant turn in July 2021, when then Prince Charles appointed her as his diversity czar, in the wake of public discussions on race and inclusion. This decision came shortly after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's controversial interview with Oprah Winfrey, where they brought to light allegations of racism and unconscious bias within the royal family. Omaghomi's new role came with substantial responsibilities. She was tasked with supporting Charles's efforts to engage with minority communities across the UK, the Commonwealth, and globally. This appointment was historic, as Omaghomi became the first Black woman to hold a senior position as an aide to the future king. Omaghomi's role extended far beyond her title. She was instrumental in helping shape the royal household's evolving approach to diversity and inclusion. Working closely with Charles, she focused on initiatives that encouraged positive relationships with minority groups and championed inclusivity. Her work wasn't limited to the UK. She accompanied Charles on international engagements, including a memorable trip to Rwanda, where her presence highlighted the royal family's commitment to working closely with Commonwealth countries. While her position was established amidst the allegations made by the Sussexes, Omaghomi's dedication to the role was consistent. As a royal insider described, Ava has been a much valued part of the king's team for over 17 years. She became a trusted confidant and advisor on community engagement, aiding the king in understanding the needs and perspectives of diverse communities. Her influence was particularly evident during key events. Omaghomi's commitment to fostering inclusivity within the monarchy undoubtedly helped reshape some public perceptions of the royal family. Her appointment was a step toward achieving a more modern and inclusive monarchy, and her contributions helped bring awareness to issues that the palace had previously been accused of neglecting. Shortly after Omaghomi's appointment, the royal household implemented an official inclusion and diversity strategy and action plan. According to royal insiders, this strategy was a direct response to the criticisms and accusations of racial bias made by the Sussexes in the Oprah interview. The palace established a clear target to increase ethnic minority representation within its staff to 14% by 2025, signaling its commitment to diversity and inclusivity. The implementation of this diversity strategy is seen as a significant milestone in the royal household's efforts to modernize. It reflects the monarchy's acknowledgement of the need for greater inclusivity within its ranks, not just as a response to criticism, but as an important ongoing mission. The Inclusion and Diversity Plan also aims to create a workplace that reflects the diversity of the UK and the Commonwealth, thereby ensuring that royal staff members are representative of the communities they serve. Eva Omaghomi's appointment as diversity czar came just weeks after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's now infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey. During the interview, Meghan revealed that there had been concerns and conversations within the family regarding the skin color of their son, Prince Archie, while she was pregnant. This shocking revelation led to widespread condemnation and prompted the royal family to confront these allegations publicly. Prince William's response, stating that racism has no place in our society, reflected the royal family's strong stance against the accusations. However, this statement alone wasn't enough to resolve the tensions. In the wake of the interview, Omaghomi's role took on heightened importance, as she was seen as the figure tasked with addressing these issues and implementing practical solutions to promote inclusivity. The Sussexes' statements had a ripple effect, sparking broader conversations on how the monarchy might adapt to be more reflective of the modern, multicultural society it represents. The discussions didn't just highlight personal grievances, but underscored the need for systemic change within the institution, a challenge that Omaghomi and her colleagues took seriously. Omaghomi's decision to step down from her role with King Charles marks the end of a significant era. After more than a decade and a half of service to the royal household, she has chosen to pursue an exciting new opportunity in the private sector. Her departure was reportedly amicable, with the royal family expressing their regret at her leaving and their gratitude for her contributions. According to a royal source, Omaghomi will continue to advise the king on community engagement matters, suggesting that her influence may still resonate within the monarchy. The impact of her work will likely continue to shape the royal family's approach to diversity and inclusion. Omaghomi leaves behind a legacy of pushing for representation and inclusivity within an institution often perceived as traditional and slow to change. Omaghomi's departure raises important questions about the future of diversity and inclusion within the royal household. Her presence symbolized a step forward, and her contributions have set a foundation for ongoing efforts to modernize the monarchy. As the royal family continues its journey toward greater inclusivity, it's likely that Omaghomi's legacy will inspire future initiatives to promote diversity. King Charles's commitment to Omaghomi's work is clear. He has pledged to continue these efforts, not only as a response to public scrutiny, but as a reflection of his belief in a monarchy that represents all of its citizens. The inclusion and diversity strategy remains in place, and with goals set for 2025, we can expect to see further developments in this area. The public's reaction to the royal family's diversity efforts has been mixed. While many applaud the steps taken to address racial diversity within the institution, others question whether these actions are sufficient. Some critics argue that the royal family's response has been too little, too late, while supporters see these efforts as a genuine attempt to modernize the monarchy. As King Charles embarks on his reign, the public will undoubtedly keep a close eye on how his leadership addresses these complex issues. The departure of a valued member like Omaghomi places even greater responsibility on the king to ensure that the momentum of change continues, honoring her legacy and the groundwork she laid. Although she has moved on to new opportunities, Eva Omaghomi's influence is likely to endure within the royal household. As a senior aide, she not only helped King Charles navigate complex social issues, but also set a precedent for future diversity czars who may follow in her footsteps. Omaghomi's departure signifies a transition rather than an end, and the royal family's commitment to inclusion appears poised to continue. That wraps up today's video. Eva Omaghomi's departure marks the end of a unique chapter in the royal family's journey toward inclusivity, and it will be interesting to see how King Charles builds on her legacy. We want to hear from you. What do you think about these developments? Do you believe the royal family is making meaningful strides in promoting diversity, or do you think there's more work to be done? Please leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.